The American Veterinary Medical Association praises rodeo because it says few animals are injured or suffer serious injuries. Well, look at this horse. Its right rear leg is shattered. Look at this horse. It dies right in front of you. Quivers a little bit and dies. A lot of people think that saddle bronc riding is a tragedy waiting to happen. More horses are killed in saddle bronc riding than the PRCA likes to admit. The AMVA doesn't seem to have a problem with horse jumping. Horse jumping is the most dangerous thing you can do with a horse. Around 20 upper-level horses a year die in horse jumping. Nobody knows how many horses are killed in lower-level competitions. Veterinary journals talk about how horses are injured or broken every month in jumping accidents. But the AMVA doesn't care that horses like this break their right front leg. The AMVA does oppose the use of horses in piales, an event in Charreada. Charreada is the national sport of Mexico. The AMVA says horses receive lacerations, dislocated joints, fractured bones, and teeth, and neck and shoulder injuries. Well, I've been going to Charreadas for almost 25 years, and I've seen thousands of horses roped in piales, and none of them have ever been injured. This is mangana on foot, a second event in Charreada. The AMVA opposes mangana on foot. Chatos have been roping horses by their legs for the last 400 years. It's something that ranchers do along with veterinarians. A third event in Charreada that the AMVA opposes is mangana on horseback. Again, catching horses by their legs is a legitimate means of capture. Doug Winnett, a veterinarian in Oregon, says he catches horses by their legs all the time. He says it's safer than roping them around the neck. The AMVA says that the horses used are underfed, overused, and repeatedly roped until lame, sometimes with rope burns down to the bone. Of course, the AMVA doesn't produce any documentation, substantiation, photographs, videos, or anything to support this. I've been putting videos of mangana and piales on the internet for the last 5 years. Other people have put up videos of mangana and piales on the internet. None of these videos show any injuries like described by the AMVA. I'm sure one reason why I don't see injured animals is because I go to Charreadas sponsored by the Federación Mexicana Charrería. The FMCH has 78 pages of rules concerning Charreada. They govern everything from what a chato wears to what kind of bit he could use in his horse's mouth. The rules are there to protect the animals, the chatos, and the integrity of Charreada. This is my young friend, Francisco Pancho Flores. He's a member of the Flores family that has been chatos for generations. He's competing in piales at the national finals in Guadalajara. If you watch him, he will just throw the rope underhand instead of twirling it beside his horse prior to the capture. He gets an additional 4 points because he catches the horse that way. Prior to World War I, Charreada and rodeo were pretty much the same. The change came after the Mexican Revolution of 1910. The Mexican economy and government had been decimated by the revolution. To bring stability and unity back to the country, some of the states began schools to instruct people on chariata. Prior to the revolution, competitions had been between haciendas. After the revolution, competitions were between teams formed around extended families. Chariata was reintroduced into the United States after World War II. Returning Mexican-American veterans became interested in their culture and used chariata as a way of promoting their culture. Like Mexico, teams were formed around extended families. You have the Castros in El Paso, Texas, the Medinas and the Flores families in San Antonio, and the Jimenez family in Katy, Texas, right outside of Houston. I can see that there is a slight danger in mangana. I have seen one horse killed and heard of 2 others, out of the thousands of horses I've seen used in mangana. But I went to one steeplechase, saw 12 horses start, 4 finish, and 3 have to be put down. The AMVA seemed to concede that mainstream chariata probably isn't all that dangerous to the animals. What they're concerned about is underground chariatas, because they think that's where all the injuries are occurring. But the same could be said of rodeo and horse jumping. Remember the lower level horses that we don't know how many are killed? Maybe they're the ones showing up in the veterinary journals every month. The fact is, a horse used in chariata is less likely to be injured than a high school football player on a Saturday night. The young man in this video was killed. Up to 20 children die every year in high school football, and another 50,000 are hospitalized with serious injuries. Watch this child's left leg. It's not supposed to flop like that. We accept the dangers of high school football because the benefits outweigh the dangers. Just like we accept the dangers of rodeo and horse jumping because the benefits outweigh the dangers. Anybody who sees the families working together to maintain their tradition of chariata understand the importance of chariata. When you see someone wearing the traje of a charro, you know you have someone who's involved with their family to maintain the tradition of chariata. Chariata is the celebration of the traditional methods of animal husbandry used in the southwest United States and Mexico. Charros and charas are good people who would never intentionally hurt an animal. It's a shame these good people have had to put up with the ridicule by groups like the American Veterinary Medical Association. Do these so-called professionals really believe that the charros would rope an animal until it had rope burns down to the bone? What kind of people do these so-called professionals think the charros are? And do these so-called professional veterinarians know anything about their profession? I've been around chariata for almost 25 years, and I've never seen any horses with rope burns as a result of either mangana or piales. I've worked the stock during chariatas. I've helped unload the stock. I've helped load the stock. If the people the charros rented the stock from saw animals coming back in that condition, they'd have a fit. They wouldn't take them back. They demand that the charros pay for the animal. I've been around horses most of my life, and the only time I've seen a horse with a rope burn on his leg, it was always as a result of the same thing. Someone ties a horse out to let it graze, the horse gets tangled up in the rope, the horse fights the rope, and the horse gets a rope burn. But never has the burn gone all the way down to the bone. For these so-called professionals to say something this stupid, you've got to wonder about their abilities. Maybe they ought to go back to school. Better yet, maybe they ought to go to chateadas on a regular basis. And take a look at the animals, not just assume things happen. Every year, I organize Coggins testing for the chatos in South Texas. I arrange for it to be done at the first chateada of the season. That way, we have all the guys there with their horses. I've been doing this for a number of years, and as my vets grow older and retire or go into semi-retirement, I bring in a different vet. Every one of them has watched portions of or all of the chateada. None of them have ever complained about the treatment of the animals. For the last 60 years, the San Antonio Chato Association has been putting on chateadas during Fiesta Week in San Antonio. A couple of thousand people attend the chateadas on 2 weekends, and there's been no uproar about the treatment of the animals. These veterinarians are just plain silly, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves, because they don't know what they're talking about. So watch the rest of this video. You'll see the horses aren't hurt. Then go to YouTube and search mangana and piales and watch those videos. You will see the horses are not hurt. Then contact the American Veterinary Medical Association and tell them to quit being stupid.
La gente aplaude con emoción y un toro viene rodado muy bien coleado por Don Nabor. Ya prepararon un toro para que lo monte Don Felimón. Y mientras sus lanzadores corrían la riata con gran primor, bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro para que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro para que me mire mi amor. La fiesta charra, fiesta del sol. Donde los charros valientes dan con sus cantos la evocación. El jaripeo es un festejo que huele a surco y a tradición. Relevo de la faena, más admirada terminación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro para que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu.